Summer of Dreams is Hallmark's answer to School of Rock. I initially thought that that was maybe me being a bit melodramatic, but actually, the more I watched the film and the deeper we got into it, that's exactly what this film feels like. And it's an absolute delight. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. This was released in 2016, directed by Rohl, and focuses on Debbie Taylor, who is a former child star who is now just a relatively successful singer. But then her label drops her, and she decides to go and visit her sister. And her sister is also got a daughter, Natalie, played by Lauren McNamara. Really thoroughly enjoyed her performance. She plays the role of the sweet, innocent, helpful child that you will find in pretty much every Hallmark film, and they're always one of my favourite characters. I absolutely love them. Debbie gets a job, reluctantly gets a job at the local school, teaching an after-school music program, which is obviously something she's going to be very good at. But while she's doing this, she goes on a journey of self-discovery. And this is in part with the help from the school's guidance counsellor, which sounds very weird. But there we have our will they, won't they, classic Hallmark romantic love interest. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved watching that relationship grow because neither of them were bad people. Neither of them overreacted. I love Hallmark films, but usually at one point one character or both characters will completely overreact. That's not the case here. I thoroughly enjoyed both of those characters and their developments. Debbie, I thought, was an inspiration. She was very inspiring, and I just really liked the character. She's played by Debbie Gibson, and I thought she gave a great performance. And definitely one of my favourite Hallmark characters because she was suitably flawed, but not in a way that made me want to punch her because she just wasn't living in the real world. She'd just been living a certain life for most of her life, really, and it's what she was used to. It's not like she felt entitled or anything. I have to say, I don't really know anything about Debbie Gibson. I know she's very successful singer, musician, but this is, I think, my introduction to her. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that it is. Although she played Birthday Girl in Tavern on the Green in Ghostbusters, which is pretty cool. I really enjoyed this. As I said, Natalie, the child character, I loved her role in this. Pascale Hutton plays Denise. She's a recurring Hallmark actress as well, of course. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. I will say that the music lessons, the music class, there was a lot of inspiration there and some really great characters, but some that I also weren't that fond of. I will say I wish we'd found out more about Ashley. I won't say any more than that because I can't really ruin it, but there was a lot that could have been done after the fact. So I feel like they missed a trick with not going into more detail about that character and her mother and their relationship. It could have just given this a little bit more depth, but probably also made it too much like School of Rock. It is very, very similar in many ways, but also the antithesis of it in terms of the characters. Either way, Summer of Dreams, the title of which is appalling. I feel like the title is so lazy. It should have definitely had a more musical lilt to it. But aside from that, Summer of Dreams is an absolute delight and one Hallmark film that I am very happy to recommend.